Yo, 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 what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now. Live from the village right now. We are about to start movie night right now. Sam Barbie's in the house right now. It is 9:30 p.m. right now on the 13th of June. 13th, watching a horror movie today. 13th of June 2022 right now. Let me switch over to this screen right now. Wagwan people, what you saying, fam? How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing this fine and lovely Monday, the 13th of June? Alan ain't beating me tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight, unless Alan was here and he just didn't comment and he thought, you know what? I'm not gonna comment. I'm just gonna lurk for a little bit and let Sam come in and pretend that Sam beat me to it. Maybe that's what happened. Or maybe not, I don't know. What up, Sam? How you doing? I'm just getting this movie ready. I'm getting it up on 0 because the first couple of times I've realized that I've actually forgot to get it on 0. And I've been saying like, yeah, make sure you got it on 0, make sure you got it on 0. And I didn't even have it on 0. I got it on 0 now. You take that back. It's back taken. So, I ain't know if you noticed, but I almost made a naughty mistake on YouTube. Almost. Well, I don't know if I made a naughty mistake. I mean, maybe I already did make a naughty mistake, but when I put up the community post talking about tonight's movie night, saying that, yeah, you know, we're going to be watching Return of the Living Dead, the picture that is in that post, right? That was the same picture that I was going to use for, you know, the cover, when we, you know, the movie night cover screen, right? But as I was preparing that to be used as that picture, I noticed that that picture was a little bit naughty. Just a little bit naughty. And I thought, oh darn, I better use a different picture. So I found a different picture, slightly different picture, but it covers up the naughty bit. So I'm just saying, almost. But aside from that, I think I'm doing all right today. Nah, Sam, I'm tired from working. How's it going? Alan's in the house. Sam's in the house. How's everybody doing today? Today, Monday the 13th. I figured it's I don't exactly plan it this way, but it is pretty appropriate that today is the 13th and we are watching a horror comedy. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's how it goes. It's not Friday the 13th, but it is still the 13th. And I'll start that moving a little bit. But yeah, it's Return of the Living Dead. It is on Amazon. You can get it through. They have like MGM via Amazon, where you can join up for a 7-day free trial, which is literally what I just did now. Join up to the 7-day free trial, and I figured I'll probably just cancel it before the 7 days is up. I mean, I'm sure there's good stuff on it. I don't know if I want to be paying $4.99 a month though. If I made it to the live this time. Yeah, you missed that. Was it last week? Yeah, you said you were working. So you're still working a lot? You're working overtime. Gotta get that money, yo. Gotta get that money. Gotta get that bread. I've actually been working many hours myself recently. More hours than I normally work. And putting some extra time. Yeah, but trying to get that money, man. Trying to get that money. No, it's only quickly glanced there because busy. It's a very small thing, by the way. So I don't think anyone would noticed if you're just kind of going through it. But yeah, maybe on a more sustained look. You might spot something a little bit naughty in there. But it's so good. Well, hopefully there's no issues. I'm gonna have to take it down before somebody at YouTube notices, though, because just in case. But all naughtiness should be covered up from now on, or is it? Ooh. Speaking of naughtiness, actually, I've noticed lately. You work an extra time to give your money to Noxel. Working hard for the man. Yeah. Noxel, that's a rapper, isn't he? I've heard of Noxel. I know of you guys have talked about him. I think he's a rapper, right? I actually don't know much about him. I just, outside of hearing you guys mention his name a few times, but I think he's a rapper. Let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah, working hard for the man. I was not giving all your money away to Noxel. You know, that might be a little bit awkward, but you know. But yeah, speaking of naughtiness, so I've couple of in recent maybe weeks, I think, like in the last maybe 2-3 weeks, I've been getting these friend requests on, not friend requests, sorry, follow naughtiness. I don't know anything. Well. There's still time. But yeah, I've been getting these follows on Twitter. These people follow me on Twitter, and they're all of them. Well, not all of them, but you know, out the ones I'm about to talk about are all like these, you know, hot girls, right? These typically kind of hot girls, like, you know, the typical. It sounds kind of rude when I put it that way, but I don't mean it to sound rude, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, that kind of typical image of a hot girl, you know, like bikini, you know, pretty face, you know, long hair, you know, that kind of thing, boobs, all that, you know, that sort of stuff. Like typical kind of hot girl image. They're all like that, and they've all been following me on Twitter, and I've noticed that. Like, you click on their profile. I mean, as a hot girl, I'm gonna click on a profile. Let me up front on that. But you click on their profile, and there's like not much on their Twitter page. Like, there's maybe a few posts, you know, a few pictures. The Twitter accounts are relatively new. Like, maybe they started in the last like month or so. They're following a whole bunch of people with not many follows back. And it's kind of weird. I mean, weird, not weird in the sense that you get that sort of type of thing happens on Twitter just anyway. People just kind of randomly follow you. But it just seems interesting that in the last like 3 weeks or so that I've had, I think about 3 or 4 of these hot girls all follow me on Twitter, and it's all the same sorts of things on their profile page. So I ain't know. What up, Brex? I ain't know if there's like a particular thing happening where, I don't know if they want you to follow them back or something like that, or I mean, you know, there's no links or on their page or anything. So I don't know if I hate to break it, yeah, but they are scammers. Maybe have you messaged them. I'm not sure that they are though, because, well, maybe they are, but they haven't messaged me. You know, so I don't know if they are scammers. They're not very good at it. You know what I mean? If they're trying to scam me out of something, I'm not sure they're doing it right, because like they're not messaging me or anything. They're just following the Twitter page, which anybody can do. Anybody can follow my Twitter page. It's not a problem. But it's just I've noticed in particular, like 3-4 hot girls in the past maybe few weeks all followed me, and it's all the same thing. You know, like a few pictures on their page. They're following a whole bunch of people, not many follows back, and it's kind of like, I'm just wondering, like, is that like a thing now? Because usually, like, you know, some hot girl follows you and you click on their page, more often than not, there's like a link to some porno website on there, right? I mean, not that I'm looking at that. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, it's what you notice. It's things you notice. Not that I'm kicking on those things. I'm just saying it's what you notice. But yeah, there's no links. There's nothing. It's just a few pictures, brand new or near after new accounts, and it's just kind of odd. You know, it's kind of odd. So yeah, if they are trying to scam me out of something, I don't think they're doing a good job of scamming me. So. But hey, whatever. It's an extra follow on the Twitter page, so I can't be too mad. Sup, Bizon? What's up, Braxpiv? But yeah, the internet be weird like that. Like, for example, I know, like, with Instagram, and I think TikTok, this happens as well sometimes, and Snapchat, I think it happens on as well. Like, usually, like, yeah, there's like a link to, like, they have like an OnlyFans or something like that I guess they want you to click on and sign up to, which I ain't gonna do. But yeah, it's not even that. No links, nothing on. So yeah, it's just kind of odd. Just kind of odd. I ain't know what it's about. I ain't know if they're trying to do something. I ain't know. I mean, I guess I should just be grateful that somebody's following the Twitter page. So, but yeah, I ain't know what that's about. So you donate to Nox. No, I wasn't in the live, but I caught the reaction today. Awesome, awesome. Knox Hill. So is that what happens? Is that like if there was a hill, he just knocked it. I went to as the description, man knocks hill. Pretend this is a hill. That was a bad joke, but still. I'm taking it. But yeah, man. Yeah, boy. So speaking of naughtiness, actually, I ain't know if you heard, and it's not even new news, by the way. I guess it's just been in the news again recently. But there's been, like, I guess, like, developments of sex robots, like they've like they could talk now, and they could have like some basic conversations. So yeah, I don't know, man. It looks like the nerds are trying to replace women. I'm just saying. Maybe in about 10 years from now, they'll have a fully functioned robot that they'll replace women with. Knox there, Tom live reaction on Saturday. I don't know what. I was busy, but caught it today. Tom live. The Return of the Living Dead Part 185. Love it. Became a well-known franchise too. Yeah, there's like 3 of these movies, isn't there? So this is the first one. I don't know if we're going to do the next one next week. Maybe something else in between them. But yeah, we'll start off with this one, Return of the Living Dead. And we'll get through the others at some point eventually. I was looking at something. But yeah, like, I saw on Instagram. There was a post on Instagram. Like, they like, I mean, sex robots aren't new. Like I said, they've been around a long ass time. But yeah, the next major development in sex robots is that they can now have some basic conversations with people. But here's the thing, though. I feel like if you're going to have like a robot conversation, you know, with a woman, a female robot, and you want it to replace real women, you can't have like these, perfect conversations. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's what they do with these robots. Like, I feel like when it comes to these things, people try to make them perfect. And I'm doing perfects like this because the truth is, you can't be perfect. It doesn't exist. At least not for us humans anyway. If not for us regular mortal folks, perfection doesn't exist. And I think what people don't necessarily realize, or maybe they do on some level, but part of the perfection in humans is our imperfection. So if you create this robot that you can have these conversations with, these basic kind of conversations with, or even eventually like full-blown conversations with, you know, if all it is that they agree with everything you say, they like everything you like, you know, that kind of thing, they always want to do what you want to do, they, you know, that sort of thing, that perfect. Hey, I don't know, does anybody really want that? You know what I mean? Because part of the whole experience is that you sometimes have disagreements. Things don't always go so well. People mess their words up. People say the wrong thing. You know, people talk and then they fart while talking, you know, or they burp or something like that. That's part of like the beauty of human interactions, like those imperfections. I think once you get rid of all those things, you're not really left with anything but a cheap imitation, you know. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like they're going about these sorts of things the wrong way, to be honest with you, because yeah, why would you want a robot to sit in your house and just agree with you all day long? I don't know, man. That seems like an expensive way to jerk off, to be honest with you. Like, it just seems like a super expensive way to jerk off. Like, just to have something agree with you all the time and always wants to do what you want to do and never questions you. And nah. I mean, if somebody wants to give me one, I'll take it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Alan's apparently giving out donations. If you want to donate one of them robots, I'm just saying. But nah. I don't think so. I'm still reeling from the news. Oh yeah, Nev Campbell won't be in Scream 6. Yeah, apparently they didn't come to, was it money? It was a money dispute or something. Like the negotiations fell through, which is a shame. She's in all of them, I believe, isn't she? Isn't she in all the Scream movies? So real shame if she's not in this one, this next one. Yeah, for why not Sam? It was a fiver. No. Yeah, and there's 5 of part 3 and Race to the. Oh, there's more than okay. Race to the Grave. I didn't like that one much. Necropolis is my favorite one, which is on your list. I've got 1, 2, and Necropolis on my list. I thought Necropolis was part 3, but I'm guessing maybe it isn't now. Maybe that's a different one. But there's 5 of them. Okay, I might have to reorder these things then. If there's 5, I might have to order wrong on my list. What's the point of the robot? You still have to carry on using your right hand. I mean, if the robot, I guess you have to use your right hand to turn it on. But if the robot works, just saying. I don't know. The robot might like malfunction, grip too hard. Though that's a possibility. And I'm just guessing. I think I'd rather a human woman grip a bit too hard than a robot, because a robot grips too hard. It's like to tear that thing off. You know what I mean? Like if a robot grips too hard, boy, you may not get it. You may not ever get it back. I'm just saying. Yeah, you get a lady to grip a little hard on that thing. Just saying. Little tug. But I could get real naughty right now. Let me behave myself. Let me behave myself. I watched his video actually. I didn't watch the whole video because it was a bit boring, but I just watched like the first maybe couple of minutes of it. Just talking about why women like giving head. And like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, but she made some interesting points in the first few minutes. I'll say that. Let me leave it there. She made some interesting points. Anyway, business myself. I see the point in a robot. I live in Velia and I'll happily swap them. Yeah, they'll make dude robots as well. I mean, I guess the big money's probably going to be in the female robots because, you know, men are perverts. Let's be real on that. Men are perverts, like, so yeah, the big money's going to be in the female robots. But yeah, they'll make male robots as well. You know, they'll make some big muscly dude robots or whatever, and just has a constant erection all the time. Like iRobot, but those mofos started to develop a circuit of their own though. Oh yeah, when they was it I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, they evolved a bit too much. She is the ultimate final girl. Won't be the same without her. They should pay her what she wants. She has earned it for real. I mean, what, 5 movies? I mean, granted, I haven't seen all the Scream movies, so I can't comment too much. But I think between her and Courtney Cox, they've been in all the movies, right? So it's like at this point, yeah, pony up that little extra money. You know what I mean? Like pony up that little. Listen, go to the bank and borrow some cash if you need to, but pony up that extra money. Because like, it's never a good sign when one of your big stars exits a franchise. Like, especially when they've been there a while, and then they exit the franchise. It's never a good sign, you know. So that in and of itself is gonna. You leave a lot of fans kind of like, And even if they get somebody who's, you know, really good and, you know, really great in a role, and they come up with a great story and a reason why she's not there and this, that, and the other, they could come up with all that. And still people might be like, it's all right, but, you know. So, yeah. Hey, good luck to them, but they're entering into a dangerous territory when one of your big stars is no longer going to be in the movie. They can't play with Black Guy Johnson like that. Just a little tug. Not violent, I'm talking. You know, just a little grip. You know what I mean? Get a little grip. But that's the thing. Like if it's a robot don't know the difference between a firm grip and a vice grip. The robot don't know the difference. Robot don't know that kind of subtlety. Just saying. Get a lady, a real lady. You know. Just a little squeeze right before the point of danger, you know. not to get dangerous, like right before that point of danger. You know what I mean? Right before that, just that little squeeze. You scream at huge amounts of money. They can afford to pay her. It's greed at this point. To be fair though, I mean, I don't know if they disclosed what exactly she asked for. Like, I don't know actually. I don't think I saw that when I was reading about it. But unless she asks for something like $500 million or some crap like that, you know what I mean? Then you might be saying, yeah, it's a bit too much. But if she's asked, I mean, I don't know what she's getting paid for these movies. Probably, I guess in the 10, 15, 20 million range, I'd imagine. I'd assume, I don't know. But yeah, if it's something like that, like 25, 30 million she's asking for, pay her, you know what I mean? Like, she's been there that long. She's a staple of the franchise. Yeah, give her little extra cash. Give them all some extra cash for that, quite frankly. Give her and Courtney Cox a little extra. Also have a guy, David Arquette. Give him some extra too. Saw a bit of the few first Scream movies. I never watched them all and all. The way through, I was more into Jason and Michael Myers. Yeah, the Michael Myers was always my favorite one. That would be like telling RoboCop not to shoot. Dead or alive, you are coming with me. RoboCop's one of my favorite movies of all time. The first RoboCop movie from 1987. I've seen that movie hundreds of times. Hundreds, at least. But yeah. We lost David in the new Scream. Oh, I'm still. Oh, damn. Well. That's probably down to Courtney Cox. Apparently they're not together in real life no more. She's like, you know what? I'll come back, but he gotta go. That was the deal. I'll come back, but he gotta go. Yeah, I like those two more because they don't talk and have the Michael Myers theme as my ringtone. All right, I hope y'all ready. The Return of the Living Dead on Zero on Amazon. You can get it on an MGM free trial via Amazon, and then get it on Zero 7-day free trial. Assuming you haven't used a 7-day free trial already. I'm just saying, but you can. But anyway, let's start this movie. So let me switch over to this screen, and let me put a marker down here because I could put markers on YouTube now. I did not know that you could put markers on YouTube, but now I know you can put markers on YouTube. I just need a marker button for my Stream Deck, but oh well. Let's start this movie. So 3, 2, 1, play. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, there's no subtitles in this one, by the way, so it's just my face and my commentary. Never in my life did I ever think I would cry watching a Scream movie. Then Scream 5 came out. Oof. By the way, not too many spoilers because I haven't actually seen that one yet. So July 3rd, 1984, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. July 3rd is one day before my birthday. Just saying. I like the first 3 RoboCop films. The only thing I like about the 2014 movie was the suit, the voice, and motorcycle. Didn't care for the movie itself much. Yeah, RoboCop remake dropped the ball in a lot of places. Has some cool stuff, but overall, yeah. But the first 3 movies, though, all right. The first movie was pretty cool. Second movie, it was all right. Third movie, though, I mean, it had its charm. Your B-Day is a day before. No, my July 3rd is one day before my birthday, is what I said. So, July 3rd, one day before my birthday. Sorry, I thought everyone knew at this point, sorry. Well, I know now. Yeah, my birthday is July 4th. So yeah, y'all Independence Day. Every year in America, you guys celebrate my birthday. I appreciate that, by the way. Appreciate that. Thank you. Man, this film looks like 1980s, doesn't it? August 11th. I have a drink for you, and you don't drink, so I'll call that taking one for the team. Well, I appreciate that, Sam. I'll be expecting some donuts in the post. Man, what's that? Something the demon thing they got in there? Sure thing. While getting lit for having independence away from your Brits. Yeah, fireworks. Fireworks. Nobody goes to work. Everybody having a good time. Maybe I should move to America. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Ooh, they got a reference right there. 80 straight up. Decade I would love to experience. From what I can remember, which is very little, it was a good time. I'll send you a box of donuts. I can't promise it before. Just a box. With a few crumbs in there. Yeah, BBQs and all that. Hey, make your move whenever. Move down here to the southern states. Food, gun stronghold. What, food and guns? Have a burger and shoot rabbits. Oh, man. My nose got all sniffly lately, man. Hope they ain't coming down with nothing. Alright, so they just set up the movie. Interesting. The true story behind the Night of the Living Dead. Send you the popcorn donuts. I don't like those. That he's every say. Would it be after you've like bitten into it just to make sure you didn't like it? Nah, I still don't like that. You could could be hay fever. Pollen has been high of late. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had hay. Like, I don't normally get hay fever, or is that? I don't know. Can you just like contract hay fever? I don't know. I'm actually asking. Can you contract hay fever? Like, if you've never really had it before, can you just all of a sudden get it then? I mean, I don't feel like my eyes are stingy or anything. Well, that didn't go so well, now did it? I'm just having cheeseburger and chips right now. You can randomly get hate. You can? Okay, damn. I'm gonna have to look into get Claritin or something. Burger and chips. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, dude, especially my state, Louisiana. Crawfish, gator, bull shark, rabbit, quail, deer, bear, wild hog, cutted greens, yams, shrimps, and grits, all types of shit. Okay. I don't think I want to eat a bear. Or a deer for that matter. I'm not sure I want to eat a deer. Wild hog? No, definitely not. Grits? What are grits, by the way? I've heard of that. I don't know what they are though. In gumbo, dirty rice, jambalaya. Dirty rice though. That don't sound too appealing, to be honest with you. Why is it dirty? Like, someone just throw it on the floor or something. You and your burger, man. Just had a sandwich, you know. Hey, Adam's been working hard lately. Gotta treat himself, innit? Adam's been working bare hours lately, man. You gotta treat yourself. Gotta treat yourself a little bit. Make sure you run it off though. Can't be just eating burgers and gotta burn them calories. Go jogging or something. Oh. Oh, this guy's like ungrateful. Shoot, throwing dirty rice on the floor is a good to catch a good ass whooping. That's wild, disrespectful to the South. Yeah. So why is it called dirty rice though? Like, is it like? Is it? I mean, because I know when you prepare rice, you wash it first, right? So is it just like you don't wash the rice, you just cook it straight away? Is that how it works, or? I'm guessing, by the way, but I don't know. Like, why is it called dirty rice? What's so dirty about it? Kind of now that eats a burger, then goes for a run. That's some serious crap. I mean, I've done that. I once had a chicken burger meal, and yeah, pretty much went for a run straight away. It was like in the middle of the night as well, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., stuff like that. And by the way, it was not a good idea. It was not a good idea. Yeah, keep your eyes on the road, dude. Keep your eyes on the road. There's 4 people in the back seat, 3 people in the front. This is not a safe car at all. Man, look how that car is not... I don't believe that car is driving. I don't believe that car works at all. They found that car in a trash heap. I eat a burger and have to get comfy and unbutter my jeans. I definitely ain't running. See, that's what you're supposed to do. Let it settle first. Grits were at first consumed by Native Americans. Now has been a long-going breakfast food here in the South. It's made from ground corn, made from white or yellow corn. Okay. So it's corn. Gotcha. He really wants to believe the body just melted, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man. Ugh. Lysol. Yeah, spray deodorant. That's gonna fix it. Yeah, it's made from whole grain to... Here in my state, they make shrimp and grits. Oh, look at that dog. I mean, that's clearly a... Oh, it's a half dog. Oh, dude. Alright, so if I ever go Southern States, I gotta try grits. Okay. I swear this guy's just sweating like crazy though. Like, his sweat patches have gotten way big. I don't know if that's the worst. I mean, I could think of worse ways in it. Is the dirty rice is a traditional Louisiana cuisine made from white rice, added with pork, beef, chicken, green bell, peppers, celery, and onion spiced with cayenne and black peppers. Okay. So I guess all the seasoning is why they call it dirty rice. But it films with the 80s though, like shit. Giving it dark color. Oh, okay. Man, films in the 80s, they didn't give a fuck. Yeah, get someone else to do it. Yo, monkey! Oof. Just went straight for the boss man. Ooh. Oh. They're gonna do it. Ooh. He's still moving. Oh, mate. He's still moving. Yo, walk one monkey. Oof. Come on, Frank, me, man. Jeez. Mate. 80s films were just different, weren't they? They were just, they did, oh my wordy word. Well, that was special features. They said they couldn't swear that under any circumstances that was makeup and water. I was like, how could they not show any sweat? Whenever it's Cajun. Okay. And frog legs down here are good. I think I've tried frog legs actually. I can't remember. Maybe not. Been getting addicted to Geometry Dash. Geometry Dash. Alright, what's that about? This film was about objects coming to life. I'm so confused. Yeah, they just chop the thing's head off, put a axe through its skull, thing's still moving. Like raw. (9:16 p.m.) Man, this one's got a muff out and everything, like raw. They just don't do this in movies anymore. Oh, actually, maybe they do. Maybe they do. I don't know how to explain it. I thought it was a zombie film. That's what I thought. I mean, I guess that thing they killed was kind of a zombie. But, I don't know. I guess it's still relatively early in the movie, so we'll see. The guy who did the role of Mr. Frank was a good actor. Did the role of a Klansman leader in The Jeffersons. The old school 80s rock and punk. Exit lights. Smoking on the job. Got some thick ass pipe as well. Look at that Walkman though that he's got. Ooh. Jumpy. The music in this film too. I got some of those songs in my phone and YouTube playlist. Oh, there were some bangs in the 80s though, for sure. Oh wait, I know that game. I mean, I know games like that, I should say, rather. I know games like that, where you kind of jumping over stuff and you have to kind of time your jumps real well to get over objects and get through the level. Games like that could be real tough. But yeah. Yeah, no, so I know those types of games. There's one called The Impossible Game, which is a similar type of thing. The Impossible Game is a parody. It's exactly the same. Okay. Yes, I thank my mother for telling me about this movie when I was 12. Oh, that's sweet. When you were 12. It's pretty much an impossible geometry dash level. I'm creating a level of my own. Alright. Game modes Geometry Dash has to offer. Yeah, I love the sense that she bought the DVD, which I still have scratched up though. Oh. Yeah, the long story indeed. Raven overcome. So difficulty is probably a normal or a medium. Yeah, I remember playing the Impossible Game. That was pretty tough after a while. As it gets faster and faster and the obstacles get, you know, harder and harder. You just gotta be real careful with your timing. It was my nana that made me watch my first horror movie. That's how I hide it from my mother. She didn't like me watching them. Learning them good. I don't remember how well those when I watched the first horror or... I mean, I remember he used to show like some violent stuff on TV back in the day that you'd stay up late for. But I don't remember what any of those movies were called. But yeah, maybe like 6, 7, something like that. Oh man, excuse me. Ooh. Also, post so much you just have to. Okay, so you have to finish the game then. Oh, so you finished the game then to be able to create the levels. Yeah, get your money, man. Get your money. first horror movie was called The Horror Express. I was about 7 or 8. No, beat the level you made in order to verify. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha. Right, because you can't post levels that can't be beaten. Right, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Because if you just create a level that can't actually be beaten, then yeah, you can't post that. Oh, I think I know how this thing spreads now. They tried to get rid of it, they just made it worse, didn't they? They put it out into the air. I don't know if I can beat it. Wow. Well, just the level you created in. Black don't crack. Well, so they say. You recognize the bad guy in this level. He was in Joanna Man, not Impressor. EVGA series, Amen series, Miguel Nunes Jr. in his early 60s. I don't look at all. I think I know that name, Miguel Nunes Jr. I don't think I recognized him though, but to be honest, I haven't really got a look at his face so too clearly. And honestly, I probably don't know Miguel Nunes Jr. that well. So they made this girl run naked in fake rain. Crammed into a car with a bunch of dudes. Man, the 80s was wild. I think Miguel Nunes Jr., wasn't he in Life with Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. Now that I'm looking at him properly, I think I've seen him in Life. My first horror movie, believe it, was Scooby-Doo on Zuma Island. Hey, that still counts. That still counts. I can get a reaction from my friends. My sister can't even make the first jump. Well, if nobody can beat the level. The bacon is the easiest part. Oh, they caught something. Only tell him now. Yeah, he did the role of Spider-Man. But right off Spider in this film, Return of the Living Dead. The film crew said they put through a lot of film. Yeah, no kidding. She must have been sick after that, filming that scene. Well, I don't know, depends if the water was cold or not. He was in that too. Okay, that was him. Yeah, I was thinking I recognise him when I seen him. Look at his face a bit better now. Edit to my geometry level, so long. And my vision, my 360 mode. Hey, careful with that. I can make it halfway through my level. That ain't good enough, man. You gotta get the whole way through. Okay. Dying halfway because I had to add an extra pad because sometimes cyclists I mess up the whole. Well, that's the thing. You make it too hard, and even you can't beat it. Those two you might need taken out. Well, I think something might be taking them out, to be honest. Sometimes I'm familiar with every jump. But if you can't beat it, though, just saying. Just saying. '80s police cars were cool. They would just pile up though. Like I remember watching these like movies, those old movies, and they have these like multiple car piles for the police cars though. Pad went down at the mortuary. Yeah. This girl made the right choice by moving, but hey, she went to the wrong place. I think I can beat it. Well, until you do, you can't post it, so. Never gonna give you up. Oh. Better get out of there. Oh. Stairs always breaks in the wrong time. Yeah, same thing with 90. Right, just always piling up. One guy attempts his level 1,000 times before he threw it. Hey, listen. What did I just do? If it can be done, do it. But if not, boy, you better change something. Oh, yeesh. Just bite right into his head, though. Yeah, you better run. Like Frank said, watch the third step. It's it's Brock is what it is. Yeah, well, we'll see. So close yet so far. Ugh. Alright, it's possible. Only want me to prove it's possible, though. Suicide should have been throwing them knuckles from all the hype he had. Oh, Suicide, what name of one of the guys? They dead. How would I eat my brain? It's Friday anyway. How insulted would you be if this zombie was like brains? Brains, it just walks right past you though. Like imagine that zombies like brains, brains, and literally just walks right past you, like, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this lady with her fists up, like she's gonna punch it. I'll try to record my so far and post it to your Discord server. I'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I can be a bit thick at times. Well, that could save your life in a zombie attack. So hey. Oh, a Skeletor. Yeah, he was the leader. The one with the car and black suit and chain. And the first one got okay, yeah. Oh, y'all better run. Don't leave naked girl behind. Well, she's saying her worst dream is about... Of course that's gonna happen. Old people ripping her apart, tearing her clothes off. Wow. At least he had a car. Wow. Hopefully you left the keys in the ignition. Yeah, I'll be pissed off. Let me go and pass you same brains. Well, that would be because I'm not that smart for shit. Hey. It could save your life, man. Being dumb can save your life. I'm just saying. Brains. I would say that for a horror comedy, it's not particularly funny. But then that could be just, you know, 80s references I'm not really getting. But it's not too bad as far as a movie goes. It's kind of silly, kind of camp. I can dig it. I drank 2 entire water bowls. Wasn't good. It was $7. Yeah, be careful. I mean, water's it's good to drink water. Ooh. Raw. Oh, they got him. It's good to drink water, but yeah, don't drink too much in one go. Could have bought 21 instant ramen for that amount of money. Oh, hey, water's good for you, man. But yeah, just be careful how much you drink in one go. I mean, drink a lot of water, but not so much water that it makes you sick. Raw. Good thing I have some street smarts because book smarts are not an eye on it. Hey. As long as you're smart enough to run away, I think you're doing alright. You want to see minus the chains. As long as you can like run away from zombies and I think you're alright. The chains might weigh you down a bit or get no. Raw. Just got up. Look at this thing. Raw, man just got up. Little man just got up, started chasing him down. Man didn't care, you know. Don't waste bullets. Gonna barricade themselves into this house. Oh. No, they got a lot to cover. I have no good looks for all smart, so yeah, I guess I'm fine on that note. You know what? If you're not that good looking, that means you can get the baddest girls. Facts. Oh, these zombies are smart, aren't they? The zombies can operate the radios raw. But yeah, if you're not that good looking, you can get the baddest girls. Because if you notice, the baddest baddies, when you see their boyfriends, not usually that good looking. So I'm just saying, if by your own description, you ain't that good looking, you can get the baddest girls. Best compared to these zombies, you're a hottie. For that, yeah, I'll take a chance with bike even. Well, if you can get a bike. Oof. Well, this guy's figured it out. Oof. Oh, they got ambushed. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they're gonna rip his head off. Oh. Oh, eesh. See that blood splatter? That blood squirt. Nah. Oh, this guy's coming back to life, isn't he? Ish, look at this thing. So this thing's in mad pain right now. Why are you gonna go there? Is loads of them there fast. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Where are you gonna go? Okay. Oh, is that the lady? That's her, isn't it? Is that the one that was... Wait a minute. Oh, poor guy. Just trying to get some food, trying to get some money. And this happens. Yeah, that's the lady that was like talking about old guy tearing her apart or whatever. You know what? Can't lie. I feel like most guys would get killed in that scene. You see that woman walking towards you like that. You're probably gonna stop and stare for a little longer than you should be. I feel like most guys are getting killed in that scene. But yeah, they're everywhere. They ain't got nowhere to go. Well, I guess right now they don't know how far spread this issue is. Yeah, you don't want to do that, sweetie. Put them in a coffin. That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, make sure the coffin's still tight. Makes sense. Oof. Blow your brains out. Well. Well. The mouth and jaw she had wasn't actually hers. It wasn't added on prosthetic. Oh yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I'm just saying. In that light, you just see the silhouette coming towards you. Oh, she did stay with him as well. Love to make you do crazy things, but you need to get out of there. Why does she stay in that room? Oh, this guy just ran out the back. Boy, these are smart zombies, man. So this zombie, if they're smart enough to use a radio, surely they're smart enough to like find another way around this house to get into this house. face all burnt up, but hey, don't be a hero, man. This is like, yeah, so how I was gonna get into the car though? Yeah, it was just something else I learned from the movie. Yee. Ish, one less vehicle though. Hiding in the attic though. Oh, is he gonna? End it before he turns. Oof. Ended it while he was still human. Barely though. Why are they just sending more cops because of that radio call though? Why ain't they taking them out? Obviously, you gotta get their brains. But they put the spike, was it the axe through that one's head and it just kept moving, didn't they? What's this doctor gonna do? Oosh. Raw. I don't think that was a human. It looks like a dummy. I mean, hopefully it was a dummy they used, but I'm just, was it supposed to be a zombie? At least that's what I thought anyway. Uh-oh. Naked zombie lady. When they cut it up, it looked like the inside of a dummy. I mean, it probably was. Hopefully it was. Hopefully it was an actual dummy. This is 1984. I'm just saying. They probably, well, they might not have used a dummy. They were a bit crazy back in the 80s. This guy's sleeping. Woke up real quick though, didn't he? How quickly he woke up though, like no grogginess or nothing, it's just like alert. But then again, I think he did say something like that about being ready when they need you. So I guess that makes sense. Use them wheels and use them zombies as the road. No, I think there's too many of them. Who goes to bed wearing a ring that size? Well, apparently this guy. That's gonna hurt though. I mean, it depends. I guess it depends on how you sleep. I think the way I sleep, a ring like that would just like break my finger. The other ring on his left hand, that'd probably be okay, but that big one, yeah. But yeah, that big one, I don't know, it looks like I'd break a finger or something. How many times are you going to say sir? T. Jefferson. Sir! Use any kind of ambulance or the police car shit. Yeah, it's before Uber. I have black ring with black studs and 2 glass rings, 1 silver, 1 black. Are they that size though? Are they smaller? And did you wear them to sleep? Because if you do, well, like I said, because it depends on how you sleep. Oh wait, what's happening? They just nuked the whole city or something. They did. They nuked the whole town. That was a contingency plan to nuke the whole town. Oh, and Easton. Oh. Nah, they're a bit smaller. I don't do big jewelry. I have 2 engagement rings, that's it. 2 engagement rings. So you've been engaged twice? In fact, oh wait, you did say, actually, yeah, you did say that yeah, your fella proposed to you. You did say, yeah. So did he propose twice? He was like, hey, you want to get married? Sure. All right, cool. Here's your engagement ring. 2 years later, hey, do you want to get married? Didn't you ask me that already? Oh, yeah. Well, here's another engagement ring. Twice to the same person, yeah. I had that thing for about 8 years before that. Oh wait, I had a skull head ring. But I lost it back in late. Okay, then you had that for 8 years. So let's have you guys set a date for the wedding this time round? Well, that was Return of the Living Dead. So what y'all think of Return of the Living Dead, huh? Oof. Oh. What y'all think of Return of the Living Dead? I thought that was alright, you know. I mean, I would say the comedy stuff, I didn't think it was particularly funny, but I mean, there was some parts that I laughed at, but overall, I didn't think it was particularly funny. That being said, you know, as a cheesy, humorous horror movie, yeah, it was alright. I thought it was alright. No, not yet. We will do at some point, but no rush. Indeed, no rush. Maybe on the first time you get engaged, you can set a date then. They have 3 engagement rings. Won't be able to move the finger after a while, just be covered in engagement rings. This finger cannot be moved. It didn't suck. It wasn't funny, but it was fun to watch. Indeed, I'd say that's about summed it up. It wasn't, yeah, the comedy bits. It is listed as horror comedy, and I guess I could see where they were going for the humor, but yeah, I don't think it was funny. Just more, it was more silly than funny. I think it was more silly than funny. But then part of that could be just this is a film from 1984. Maybe some of the references are lost on people by 2022. That could be part of it. Maybe had we watched this back in 84, would have been like laughing all over the place, right? Maybe, you know. But yeah, I think I could see where the humor was. But yeah, it was right. Like you said, it didn't suck. But that girl, though, was it Trish? The one that was like naked throughout most of the film? But I hope they paid her very well, because to get her to go through all that, that can't have been comfortable. Like, that can't have been comfortable in so many levels. You know what I mean? Like, to be in that position where you're naked, you're surrounded by all these people, some of them getting real close to you, right? Yeah, some of them getting real close to you. So I'm just saying, like, I hope whatever she got paid or whatever she got out of there was worth it for her, because, but if you made a film like that now, I mean, I think you could, but it'd probably have to be done with like the most amount of supervision. You know, they'd probably have to like have all kinds of things signed, all kinds of like people there to check this doesn't happen, and some counselors there, and you know, all kinds of stuff like that to do something like that in a film these days. They'll probably have all kinds of like insurances in place, you know, stuff like that. And even then, they'll probably have rules about how close you can actually get to the actors. But back in '84, bruh, that man just didn't care. It was a whole different thing back then. So yeah, I hope whatever she got out of this movie, it was worth it for her, because that can't have been comfortable. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on the type of person you are, I suppose. But hey, it looks like it probably wasn't very comfortable. But you'd think Bert, Casey, Chuck, and Spider would have made it because they were in the basement. No, they just bombed the whole thing at the end, didn't they? Unless that basement is bomb-proof or something, but I don't think nobody made it throughout that. Yeah, it's a goofy horror movie. It's a cool movie, yeah. We did splits for 6 months, so the first engagement was off. So only right, he did it again with the new ring. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. So maybe you need to like split up again for another 6 months or a few months or whatever, get back together again so you can get a third engagement ring, right? And then the first 2 you can sell, because really only the third engagement ring counts, right? Once that happens, so once you got the third engagement ring, you can like just sell the other 2, and that's some cash right there. I'm just saying. Sounds like a plan. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, since it was a basement, not a bunker. All of them didn't make it. But you know, even a bunker though, I mean, I guess it just depends on how strong that bunker was, really. But yeah, I don't think any. Well, I've not seen. I've not seen the second one yet, of course, and maybe none of them are in the second one. I don't know, but yeah, my guess is after that first movie, just based on watching that first movie, my guess is ain't nobody survived it. But did it solve the problem? Because those things can't be killed too easily. So did the bomb do it? I mean, the fact that there's a part 2 and a part 3 and 5 of these movies, I'm gonna guess it didn't do it. I'm gonna guess that boss did not, that bomb did not solve the problem. If we split again, I'm staying single. Oof, all right, I ain't going through that again. I watched this video. It was on a TikTok of this woman talking about why she thinks she'll probably stay single for a long time, maybe even the rest of her life. And oh wait, her name was actually Trash. I thought, you know, when you put Trash in the thing, Brax, I thought that was like a typing error, and it was and it was supposed to be Trish. But no, her name was actually Trash. Her name was actually Trash in the movie. Linnea Quigley is her real name. Barbara Linnea Quigley is her full name. Born May 27th, 1958. So her birthday was just gone, actually, just recently. So happy birthday to Linnea Quigley. But yeah, I was watching this TikTok video. It was a woman talking about why she thinks she'll probably stay single for a long time, maybe even the rest of her life. And it was things like, she said, look, I don't want to be cleaning up after a man. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do things for you. I don't want to pick up your socks after you. You know, I don't want to set your appointments for you because you keep forgetting. I don't want to take care of your health when, you know, things. It was all these kinds of things that she just feels like, look, as an adult, you need to do yourself, and I don't want to be doing it for you. You know, she wants to be in a relationship where things feel natural. If people do things for each other, it's cool, but it's like not expected of her. And it's kind of interesting because like she was getting replies of people saying things like, yes, you know, this is why you're going to be single. Like guys saying things like, this is why you're going to be single. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, that's literally what she just said. But also it kind of proves her point that apparently, at least in her experience, the guys that she's coming across have this expectation that the woman has to do all these things for them. You know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we live in a weird world sometimes. I mean, I guess there's a lot to be said about tradition and gender roles and stuff along those lines. But I don't know, like, even now, like, 2020, 2022, it does feel like a lot of people just kind of stuck in the past. And tradition is not a bad thing, by the way. I don't have a problem with tradition specifically. But I do feel like there's a lot of traditions that people hold to that just don't really serve much of a purpose anymore. But people still seem to want to hold on to them out of this idea of this is how things should be. And it's like, things should be the way that things work for the people who are living in those times. But way back when, that could have been what worked for people. That could have been what worked for men, what worked for women, and that's fine because that's what works then. But I feel like it just needs to be in a way that works for people. And if you're with somebody, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying don't do anything for them. Of course, you should do things for them. That's a relationship, right? But yeah, I don't feel like it should ever be just expected that, you know, you're with someone and then you just stop taking care of yourself and expects this person to just like look after you. Like what? Are you looking for a partner, or are you looking for a mother? You know what I mean? Like, what? I don't know. People are weird. I sent the vid on Discord. Can you check it out real quick? You know, I haven't been on Discord for time, but all right, cool. I'll open it up in a little bit and check it. She has a point though. You want to be with a partner, right? You know what I mean? Like, you, like, it just seems weird to me. Maybe not weird is the right word to use, but it just seems strangely odd that in this day and age there are still guys out there that are looking for somebody to just take care of them. It's like, I don't want to be with somebody that I have to look after. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if we're both adults, I don't want to have to look after you. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess there are certain exceptions, but under, say, general regular circumstances, you don't really want to be having to look after somebody and like having. It's like we're both adults. We're both individuals. We're supposed to be building something together, not, you know, one person does everything while the other person just kind of lets the other person do everything. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm traditional and modern. I don't expect from me you won't do yourself. I went on a few dates a while back with this woman who referred to herself as a feminist with traditional values, and I don't really pay much attention to that when it was said initially, but what I think she meant by that, at least going by, you know, how the dates kind of turned out and it's all kind of came to an end, she had like this idea that, you know, if she gets married, she'll quit her job and have the guy just do everything, right? Just like take care of everything, take care of the bills, take everything. And on one hand, I'm like, okay, if that's what somebody wants, I'm not entirely opposed to it. But I mean, in reality, you can't really expect someone to just do everything for you. You know, like if you're not working and it's like you want this guy to just take care of everything, it's like, okay, well, first of all, you have to understand that if it's me we're talking about, we're going to be poor. So you're going to be okay with that. And yeah, you know, you're not going to have like fancy things. You know, you're not going to have like whatever. We may have to sell a few things. You're not going to be going out every week or even every month even. And but it's like, yeah, what is that relationship then? It's like, is it just one person like doing everything while the other person is like, okay, I'm just going to let this other guy do everything? It's like, all right. That doesn't sound like a partnership. It sounds like somebody taking care of their kid. You know, that's what that sounds like. Somebody taking care of their adult kid. Nah, I ain't looking for that. What up, FG? The one in crowd has caused nothing but mayhem. Speaking of mayhem, unless a guy is well to do, that's my geometry dash level name. Well, speaking of mayhem, okay, reminds me of Everybody Loves Raymond. What you described. Everybody love. No, that's Everybody Hates Chris actually. Everybody loves Raymond. I'll still go with that. I've not been on Discord for the longest. Let me see if I can even still log into this thing. It's been a minute since I've logged onto Discord. But you know what though? I don't even think it's about being well-to-do, like being rich or whatever, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like you can get by on, you know, just a regular salary, but I think it depends on the individuals involved. Like, you can live within your means. You know what I mean? Like, if you're willing to live within your means, then you can make something like that work. If you're not, then it won't. You know, if you're not willing to live within your means, then it won't work. Okay, I see this game. I sees it. I sees it. Let me show this to you guys real quick. There we go. This is the level that Monkey made on Geometry Dash. It's a 15-second clip. But yeah, it looks like the Impossible game that I played, but you know, I guess they just probably had a few more cool bits in here. Oh, nice. Well, that's what's working. It had nothing to do with being in a relationship and more to do with the kids and difficulties Sophie was going through. Yeah, you found some. Well, blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. But yeah, I mean, you had to do what was right for you in that situation. I think this girl that I went on a couple of dates with was more just trying to. I mean, I ain't saying she a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think, yeah, if your situation is like, this is what we need to do to take care of the kids or to take care of, you know, the house and things like that, like, I feel there's plenty of, like I said, I'm not even against the idea entirely that if somebody doesn't want to work and I pay for everything, like, honestly, I'm not even like against that as an idea, but gotta understand, we ain't we ain't going too many places, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to no fancy restaurants on a weekly basis. Like, if you think I'm gonna be that guy that drives himself crazy trying to earn money to please his woman, like, nah, that's not me, fam. That's not me, fam. Probably send the link to the song I used for the video too. It's all about looks. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's all about looks. No money, just good looks. In King of Queens, carried a wife. By the looks of it, was making more than her husband as a UPS driver. And I think she had a corporate career. Yes, she was. I had to download an entire recorder. I got a video in 15 seconds and lower the quality and frame it just to put it under 8 megabytes. Yeah. Might want to switch to a different thing, but yeah. Everybody loves Raymond. Deborah, the wife, was. Wait, okay. The wife was mostly a stay-at-home. And her husband Raymond was well-known sports writer. Okay, yeah, I remember that, actually. Yes, his wife did everything, and they get into arguments. And well-to-do, as in he does well for himself, but you get what I mean. Oh yeah, well-to-do. I mean, I think I'm familiar with the phrase. Like, as in, you know, earning some money, have got a bit of cash. I'll probably suck a relationship, so to be fair, I'm too laid back. My expectations are low. I don't like romance. I literally just like to keep it low key and laugh. That's it. Well, if your fella appreciates that, then I think that's a relationship that works. I mean, relationships don't have to be like a particular thing. Like, sometimes people like all the big romantic gestures, and if both people are into that, then cool, right? Cool. But if not, and you're both into like just keeping it chill and lay back, cool. You know, it's about what works for you in the end, isn't it? And that's what I mean about some of these like when it comes to like traditions and stuff like that. Like, traditions aren't bad per se, but holding on to a tradition just for the sake of holding on to a tradition when it's not something that works for you just seems like a terrible idea to me. And it feels like a lot of people that they're trying to do that, trying to create this thing that everything must be this way. And it's like, why? Let's figure out what works for you. And what works, like, I don't know, let's say person A, man A, is in a relationship with girl B, right? Or woman B. They figure out what works for them in that relationship. But let's say for whatever reason that relationship ends one day and then man A meets woman C. Again, you figure out what works in that relationship, which may not be the same things that works in the previous relationship. You know, you figure these things out, you know. You figure out what you like, what they like, and, you know, how it balances out. Rather than like, no, you must do this and you must do that, and my man did this before you, and I want a man that does. It's just like, come on, man. People need to be themselves, you know. It's all about size and looks, right, Haze? Well, it's not the size. It's how you use it that counts. It's not the size of the tool. It's how it's the skill of the workman that counts. Also, different Judd, a lot of crazy, especially from a shady monster in Lower Marie. I forgot to send the song. That's so good. I can't replay it right now anyway. Because it's the way if you want feminism, equality is a fantasy. I don't understand serious stuff. I'm a positive person, so it's really rare to see me upset. Well, if you need to be upset, let yourself be upset. You know, it's not I mean, sometimes you just need to let yourself feel it, you know, and then you can deal with it better. But feminism, equality is a fantasy. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if equality is a fantasy. I mean, it can feel like that for sure, and I think what we often have at times is people doing things under the guise of equality, but what they really want is some kind of dominance, and that's where it could feel like it could be a fantasy. But I don't know, man. I think that, you know, you gotta hold on to hope. Gotta hold on to hope. Well, you don't got to. You don't got to, but you know, it can help. I don't support feminism. Not feminism of today, anyway. Leah Remini as Carrie, she was fine. As far as a young chick, Patricia Heaton, Deborah was beautiful too. Yeah, I remember those shows, like King of Queens and was it Everybody Loves Raymond. I watched them a little bit, maybe not all the time, but they did come on TV. I think during like afternoons or something. I can't really remember, but I remember them coming on TV and watching them a little bit. Both of them are beautiful. Patricia is way older than Leia. Leia is at least that former Scientologist. Spends some time, but I think she wrote a book about dismantling Scientology or something like that. Just reading this thing about Tom Cruise, actually. Apparently, Tom Cruise on his film sets doesn't take blame for anything, according to Simon Pegg. It says here that if something goes wrong and it's his fault, he'll flatly deny it. And then if someone corrects him, instead of saying sorry, he'll just say, yeah, and then wink at me. I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, I guess they get along on set. By the way, I'm reading this article. The tone of it doesn't seem like anybody's angry or anything or calling him an arsehole. Maybe it's just the way it's written. It doesn't sound so great. But, you know, sometimes how things are written and how things are in real life, you know, aren't quite the same. So, hey, if it works for them, then, hey. Okay, for none of it, especially in case that has really messed up the American black community for the past 50 years, past 55 years. I don't think any group today is about equality. They say it's that, but it's really about dominance. Yeah. I watch Everybody Loves Raymond like a mofo. I be watching that shizzle. Yeah, I just think that the shame of a lot of these kind of, you know, social movements is that they would very often start off with, you know, good intentions, but somewhere along the lines it gets corrupted, and it's happens in so many different areas, in so many different fields, in so many different, you know, organizations. It's this old story. It starts off with good intentions, and somewhere along the lines it gets corrupted. And it's like at this point you'd think we know to look for the signs, right? To know that these things can happen and be mindful that these things can happen, and have maybe procedures or policies in place that at least help to prevent them, or at least, you know, quell them or whatever. But we don't, you know, we just see these organizations pop up and think, yeah, great. And as soon as it starts to get corrupted, what happens? We make excuses for it. Right, we make excuses for it. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, they're just saying that because they're this and they're that and they're this and they're that. We make excuses for it. And then what happens? What's her name? Can't remember her name right now. Patricia Colors ripping off how many millions from the Black Lives Matter organization. You know, it's the same old story. People start with these good intentions. Somewhere along the lines it gets corrupted, and we just let it happen. And it's not until it's too late and people start saying something like, yeah, they're bad. But it's like, how many warning signs are we just ignoring because they're on our side? You know what I mean? So it's a shame, man. It's a shame. But yeah, feminism and a lot of these other sort of groups, it's the same sort of thing. They start off with good intentions, and somewhere along the lines it gets corrupted. And people just keep making excuses for them. But yeah, there's always hope. Maybe a tiny shred of it, but there's always hope. There was a crossover, King of Queens and Everybody Loves Rainbow. Okay. So was it Ray Romano and the other guy, Kevin James. Take your word for it, enough about it. In that case, meant to put, yeah, look, that up to prior to the mid-50s and early late 60s, Black Americans were a patriarchal community. Their marriage rates were higher than whites. Patrice are still billions. Yeah, that's the one. Patrice Colors, like, ish. You know what though? I think when it comes to that, and perhaps I'm speaking a little bit out of turn here, but when it comes to like families, like, you know, mentioned that Black Americans being married and stuff, I feel like there's a lot more to it than, I mean, I'm not saying that's not a factor, by the way. The feminism thing is not a factor. I think there's a lot more to it than that, because it's not just Black communities where marriage rates aren't so high. It's like pretty much a lot of married couples these days don't last that long, right? And, you know, across a lot of different, you know, demographics. And I think a big part of it, in my amateur opinion, not the only part of it, of course, but I think a big part of it is just the fact that these days people are less likely to be putting up with bullshit. You know, I think these days people are more likely to just be like, you know what, I'm not having that. And of course that can swing too far in one direction, where it's like, you know, people just don't pull up, you know, you tie your shoelaces wrong and somebody wants a divorce because they don't like the way you tie shoelaces. I mean, there are certainly extremes like that. But I think just in general, like, you know, you go back to say like the 50s, 60s, you know, a man would be cheating on his wife, beating her, things like that, doing all kinds of stuff, stealing money from her, and she'll just put up with it because that's what you did back then. That was the culture back then. That was how you handle that. You just pull up with it. You didn't even tell nobody, or you told very few people, if anybody. And most likely it'd be people in the same sort of situation, similar situations, and they'll be doing the same thing. They'll just pull up with it. They'll just let it go. Oh, boys will be boys, or, you know, that's how men are, and just, you know, that sort of thing. You know, back in that sort of time, it's like if you know, talk to like old folks of that time, it's like they might be telling you about stories about, you know, their husband cheat on them, and even having a family with another wife, and, you know, with another woman, and, you know, that sort of thing. And people just pull up with it because that's what you did back then. And I think these days people are just less likely to put up with that kind of stuff, you know. And when things happen, it's like that could be it for a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, the feminism thing, I'm not saying that's not a part of it, and there certainly are other factors as well, but just in general, when it comes to marriages these days, it's like I feel like people are just not putting up with as much as they did back in like the 40s and 50s. And so yeah, on paper marriages don't last longer, but does that mean that they're less successful? I don't think so, not necessarily. I mean, the success of a marriage or any relationship can't be judged alone by longevity, you know. It's like what is happening during that relationship, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of things, a lot of different factors involved when it comes to that, and I think that is, personally, I feel like that's probably one of the biggest ones. Right, Romano, yep. If equality was real, no matter what color you are, would be poor. We would all be on the same level playing field. But if you're poor, it's hard as hell to break out of it. Equality, fairness. Yeah, it's a tough old world. To make it even better, she has a son. She has a little boy. Well, hopefully she's raising him in a good way, but as he grows and has some wit to himself and learns the truth about things, he's gonna be hella pissed, mostly at his mother. It's more expensive to be poor. Hey, ain't that the truth? Take your time. Yeah. Well, hopefully he won't be. I mean, hopefully, and there is always hope. Might be a little bit of hope, but there is always hope. But hopefully, you know, they're able to, well, stop ripping people off first and foremost, and she's able to take accountability and responsibility for that. And when it comes to talking to her son about it, she's able to say, look, this is something that I did. It's not a good thing, and we're not going to make excuses for it. And from that, is still able to build a positive relationship with her son. Hopefully, that can still happen. But yeah, as we're saying, hope is thin. Hope is thin. You know. But yeah, the poor people can't afford to be poor. They ain't that the truth. Oh, I've got a lighter, by the way. I think I showed this on the last stream, but in case you're wondering what I'm playing with, it's this lighter that I found the other day. Still the same lighter. It's gonna run out of fuel. I don't smoke, so I'm just doing this a lot. But I don't know, lighters I feel like can come in handy, not just for smoking, but I feel like there are other uses for a lighter. So maybe I should stop playing with it, because I might actually need to set something on fire one day. I just might actually need to do that. So yeah, maybe I should stop playing with it and wasting the fuel. I'm probably not going to, but hey. But hey. I think we agree on lots of things though, Brax. Yeah. We might agree, we might disagree. But there's always respect, and that's important. But it is 1 minute past 12 a.m. We've been streaming for about over 2.5 hours. So yeah, I think it's about time one starts winding down and wrapping these things up. Yeah, we'll see if I could post a video during the week. Maybe not. We'll see how the week goes. I might try and drop a live stream if possible as well. I don't know. I mean, I'm still doing these. I'm still watching. Was it Firefly? I know. I never intended on reacting to the whole series anyway. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see if I could do another reaction video, just because it does take quite a bit of time to do those videos, and my time seems to be getting more and more limited these days, so it's kind of difficult. But I'm on episode 12. No, I just watched episode 12, so it's 13 and 14 to go. So yeah, it's 2 more episodes to go. With Firefly, so I might just watch episode 13 and see if I could drop a reaction for episode 14, which is the last one, and then yeah, we'll see how frequently I do those from there. But yeah, hopefully I'll be recording a podcast this Thursday, interviewing a Twitch streamer called It's Kid Y. That's his name, It's Kid Y. So hopefully we'll be interviewing him for a podcast to go live maybe this week. But if you haven't read it, did an interview with Invincible, and that podcast is already up. So if you haven't already, please check that out. He's a Twitch streamer, gamer, anime fan, cool dude. So yeah, that's over on the podcast channel, Uncivilized Art. Let's see here, and there's another heat advisory for this part of the state. Made sure I turned my fan on a couple of hours ago. Oof, indeed, get some air conditioner on. Going to be that way all through the week. You know, I was actually having a conversation today and said I tend to like talking to people I have differences with because you learn more about people. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to agree. Of course, it's good to agree, but yeah, you can't agree on everything. And I think sometimes if you ever have a conversation with somebody who is in agreement with you, but you just kind of get the impression that they don't really know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, they seem to agree with you, and they seem to, like, you know, be a decent enough person or whatever, but somehow you just get the impression that I don't think you don't really know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah. That video you posted today, well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, that was like, I was rambling a bit, I know, but that's kind of what I do with those videos. It's kind of the whole thing. I was kind of ramble a bit, but hopefully I made some kind of a point about stan culture and the obsessive nature of it. But yeah, understanding. We are trying to understand things. Try not to judge people. But I can be petty. I know that. I can be petty. I managed to trick my mom into allowing me to make spaghetti at 2 a.m. Hopefully it was nice. Come on, fall and winter. Soon come, soon come. If I don't know something, I say so. Indeed. That's how we learn. Well, one of the ways in which we learn. It's difficult to ask questions now, though. Sometimes you ask a question and people take that as some kind of as an insult. It's like, bro, I'm asking a question because I don't know. and people act like you're trying to insult them because you ask them a question. It's like, how are we supposed to get anywhere if I can't ask questions? But hey, maybe that's a serious Sunday ramble video for another day. But yeah, it's getting late, so I'm gonna start rewinding down, guys. You have been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. I hope you enjoyed this movie. This was The Return of the Living Dead. It is on Amazon. You can watch it for free on Amazon via MGM. But you have to sign up to their 7-day trial and you can get it for free. Or you can, you know, buy it for £5 if you prefer to do that. Or rent it for, was it $4.50 if you prefer to do that. Or, you know, just don't bother watching it at all. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But it is available there for those who might want to know a little bit more about that. Yeah, I love the colder months and the holidays. And plus, my birthday is late in the year during Thanksgiving. Okay, so it's a good time for you. I don't like the cold so much. I mean, I don't mind it, but I definitely prefer the warmth. I hate when it's like really cold. But yeah, I definitely prefer the warmth. It's a bit warm right now because I put my sweater on, my hooded sweater on. So I'm feeling the warmth a little bit. And Black Friday, all the sales, isn't it? And people go crazy. You got to be careful out there in them sales. But yeah, guys, till whenever, if ever, peace.